Good evening and welcome back to Foundry, where we are going to work on some oil today. We have an oil patch here which contains 4.7 million oil. You can find that if you press V to bring up the tablet. You can look at oil and it will tell you how much it has in the entire set to it. So it's 4.7 million crude oil here. That'll do for a bit. We are going to mine this oil and then we're going to send it down there, and then we're going to that way, I think, and then we're going to look at something else as well, because there have been updates. So I was looking at the power gen's that way, but that's diagonal. It's not going to work. We need to go that way or this way. But yeah, so there has been another update to the game as well. And now there's a few wonderful quality of life changes. The auto research queue that I was using is no longer needed, because research queues are default into the game now. You can remove and add things to the game as when you want to. So you can add that to the game, add that to the game, add that to one. There you go. Awesome. So the research queue is now built in. But there was a few new technologies that were added, and one of them is back in tier 3, so we can research that right now. Geothermal power. Let's add that to the queue. Geothermal power is a different power source system to how the steam turbines work. It generates steam. It generates 120 steam because the steam system has had a change. So now it's still, the boilers still work one-to-one. One boiler works on one steam turbine, but a geothermal boiler can now support 2 steam turbines. So we can run steam pipes around, and we could have them run off geothermal power. You do have to provide them with ignium enriched water. Now, I'm not sure whether this process is better, worse, kind of the same. The steam turbines seem like an easier build, because you just dump water and dump fuel in and there you go. The geothermal do need you to break up ignium to ignium powder. It probably saves some ignium, I think, but it definitely uses a lot more water. So they use 270 water to make that, and then this uses 1,000. So I don't know what the actual numbers here, but it looks like it might consume more water that way. Water's infinite anyway, so that's not a major problem. But I just don't know whether the infrastructure needed for geothermal is worth it compared to the infrastructure for steam. I don't know. But we will find that out, because we'll have a look. We'll unlock it. We'll have a look. But what we want to do now is we want to mine some Olumite here. I keep using the word oil, and it's not. It's Olumite. So I want to put in any odd way here. It doesn't matter, so long as they're touching the oil. Yes, I'm going to put like them next door to each other. No, I'm not. I just want to put them. We are going to put them opposite each other, but I'm going to spread them out by a little bit more. In fact, I'm going to put a 1 gap in between them that way as well, purely because BB's happy with us with the Olumite. Purely because power. We need to run high voltage power to these guys here, and it must touch this nubbin here. High voltage power, as you know, the cables have hit points, so they're very annoying. So if you was to put a power line here and then try and touch that one, that might not be so bad. But if you try to touch that one, you'd hit the corner of this building and it would go, no, you can't do that. Even though there's no space there. Even though it's free. There's space there. It's free. Nope, it would hit the corner of that building and then go, no. So spread them out. Actually makes life a bit easier. Okay, so I want to go to normal piping, and we're going to do this. In fact, you know what? Just do this. Oh, I can't get up there. Oh, typical. That's okay. Do those two. Get a cross section. One there, and then let's put these back in like this. And then the pipe will go this way, but I don't know where it's going to go to. So the map has had a change as well. You can zoom out much further on the map now, which is quite nice. So this will go along, and it wants to end up here, doesn't it? Now what I want to do eventually is have a landing pad here that takes it over to here. So this pipe is only going to be a temporary pipe, so we're just going to bring it along and down to there. I think that's going to make sense. We might bring it down that way. No, we'll go this way. We'll go this way. So we want to go over to here-ish somewhere. So let me do that. I don't know if we have enough pipe for this. There has also been updates to the drill to make the drill not faster, but actually apparently the speed upgrade to the drill and the mining laser wasn't working properly. So they have now fixed that apparently. I'm not sure what height this needs to go at. I'm gonna run a pipe. It's going to be just a straight line and then turn and go that way again. So let me run the pipe, but I need to figure out what height we're going to go to and then move this up to that height so we can get to where we want to go to. So we'll be right back. Okay, pipe is connected and it's going red. Not because it's hot, but because it's too long. It's too long. I don't know if we did that here with this one, but the pipe network can only be 300 units long in complexity. Not just length, but in complexity. It can only have 300 pipe pieces attached to it. This has got 525, so we need to split it in half. Now that's okay. That's actually fairly easy because what we can do is when we run the power, we can put in a high voltage pump connected to the power system, which will then let us carry on. So what I want to do is come down here to wherever we put our power system here. I need to make more of these guys and I want to run them along or something, and on that pipe. I want to put them on that pipe. I was kind of going to just run them diagonally over to the wheel, but as soon as we need to put the pipe in there, I might run them sort of diagonally to here and then split the pipe. We need to split it kind of halfway. So let's see here, there. So we got 1, 2, 3 tiles there, 1, 2, 3 tiles there, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I need to go 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which means it's this one here, right where the water is. That's halfway. Hopefully we can just run the line down here and connect like a pump here, and that won't be more than 300. We can find out as well by just running over there and breaking the line, but what I want to do is I want to make a load of power poles. We can't make the large ones because they need polymer board, so I'm just going to make a load of large power poles. What I should have really done is try to get the pipe closer to this, but I didn't want to run it too close because we want to expand this at some point. So and I could also run the power that way to sit on top of the pipe and follow the pipe along. That's not a terrible idea. You can kind of do it with the power wall mounted ones as well, put them like on the sides or underneath or something, but I think I'm just going to run the pipe sort of diagonally along, and then as and when we add more steam turbines, we'll just have to move the connection along. Because this is obviously going to run that way many more times. We're going to need a lot more power than we currently have. We might also look at geothermal, because there's no reason why with geothermal you couldn't just put everything down the lava level and go down there and do things. There is another unlock I want to get, but we can't get that soon. The heavy explosives destroys lava cave bedrock, which means we were trying to figure out getting all of our thermalite smelters in certain places. We can just clear the area, have pure lava on the floor. Beautiful. At least that's the way I think it is. So that'd be nice to do. So what I'm going to do is actually going to come off this side. And if you run a power line down there, that will keep us clear from trouble there. We need to get some more cable as well, which is here. Well, we've got 20 cable. Actually, it's going to be 40 cable, so that's going to be right. So I can't run down there because obviously that's in the way, because I've had my oops. My problems with these things for a very long time. Okay. Now, if we go, I want to just kind of go exactly diagonally if I can, but it's kind of awkward because there are many trees and things in the way. So let's do that. So the drill, the mining speed upgrades. Now, as you can see, drill faster. I'm no longer. This is no longer modded. This is default speed. So we can just mine out stuff like this much quicker, which is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I really do like this change because it means I can actually, it wasn't terribly slow drilling the trees anyway, and the mod didn't affect that, but you can tell it's so much faster now. It's so much faster, and the laser obviously has the advantage of being ranged. So okay, so what I can do is I can remove this and this. Unfortunately, that's too long. Okay, so we need to come up more here somewhere. No, that's still too long. $142, so we're gonna have to come to there. Okay, if I reconnect you up here, do you? Yeah, you're fine. So you're 277. You are, whoa, splash, 296. Awesome. Okay, so that's about as far as we can go. So we need to run the power to here. Now, I'm just going to split the power poles 2 ways here. One will go that way, one will go this way, which makes life easier for us. So we'll just run a power line along here. Yeah. Oh, get out the water. Get out the water, please. Thank you. Okay. You can run power lines in the water. They don't care. They do not care. I just need to get it close enough so that we can grab a pump. This pump, you can hold right click, and you've got low voltage or high voltage. If you run it in high voltage mode, you can rotate it on every axis. Right, so we can do stuff like this. But there you go. Nice. So we can sit underneath, and then we can connect this to there, and there you go. It's powered. Beautiful, beautiful. If you do the low voltage one, you can only rotate it on the single axis because the floor must always be powered. Must always be where the power is. So run the power line along like this. Ooh. Oop. I'll run it alongside it rather than on top of it. Just so that I can run on top of the power line, the pipe, if ever I need to. But here, we do want to do that. Now, I can't get up on top of that, so I need to put in a little footstool so I can get up here. Here what we want to do is we want to connect you to there, connect you to there, and then we're going to have you connect to that one, connect to that one, connect to that one. You're going to connect to that, and you're going to connect to that one, and you're going to connect to that one. There we go. The 5 of them can be pumping along. They'll get crude oil. Well, they won't get crude oil because the crude oil will end up in the pipe. And it'll go all the way down to the other end. Probably empty. I think that's because pump jacks are filling it, but the pump over there is taking it away instantly, so that's why this pipe is empty. So yeah, okay, so now let's go back and connect this up to the pump system, to the distillation system, so that we can get ourselves some jetpack fuel so I can fly. That's what I'd like to do. And as you can see, our tank is filling. Beautiful, beautiful. It does say it's more than the tank because of the network. It's the tank and the pipe. If we were to put a pump here, the network would be smaller. But not really fussed about it. Pipes can instant transfer goods around. They don't actually have a flow metric anymore. Essentially, they do, but pipes are just so much simpler to use now. So, okay. So what I want to do is connect up this firstly. Oh, and that. And like that. But there you go. So you're connected up to that guy there. You're connected up there. You're all here. You're all fine. So you want to be connected to this output. Nope. Nope. Ah, see, this is where it's fallen down. That's the output. That's the output. So I should have put a curve on this one to make sure I don't accidentally connect it. But we might want to extend this at some point. So yeah. Well, we shouldn't have to. I'm going to change those on the end there to be corner pieces, because we shouldn't need to ever extend these like this. And that way I won't accidentally try and plug something into them, because that could happen. Like I just nearly did. Okay, so you want to come to here. You're going to connect to this guy here, so it's going to go up and plug into that one. You're the same. You're going to plug into this one here, so we want to go out to there, around the corner, along. Actually, I want to come down. Oh, yes. We didn't split it far enough. Of course, this is what I mean by the pipe network. So this network is now too big, because this is all one pipe. A tank is considered a pipe. So what I need to do is actually break these off here. Drill out a little bit here. Then we are going to put another pipe in, or pump in, I should say, but it's going to be low voltage. It's going to go that way, and I'm going to plug it straight into that guy there. Boom, there you go. And that just breaks the networks up. You're low voltage, so you're getting power from there. And now this one, if I click on it, only has 41. Cool. And this has 287. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. There you go. Awesome. Let's do the same here. So you want to grab one of those corner pieces there. You then want to go to there. Now I can't actually connect you to that. Grab one of those. Awesome. And you're going to do the same. You're going to go up. Oh, over here. Because I can't fly yet, it's very awkward to get pipes on top of things. No, we'll come from this side then. Okay, right. So we'll go back to here. Want to turn a corner. Along to, yes, I need to do this because I need to go above this one here. I don't know why I run that one on the floor. I don't know what I was thinking there. We'll swap that one over as well. There. Not quite sure what I was thinking for this one, but hey ho. There you go. Okay, so they will come straight up off the tank, and that is fine. And this is only on 100 network, yeah. Throughput capacity was exceeded during one of the passes. That would probably be because of the instant inrush, trying to fill things. So normally a pipe will move 36,000 litres per minute, but because we've connected 3 pipes to this one here, it's now trying to fill 3 pipes from this one connection here. So it was probably exceeded because of that. However, we're not using that much throughput, so this will go away in a minute. So yeah, there you go. Okay, and then we come here and we have low density Olumite in here, we have polymer, and we have gas, which is beautiful, and all of them are running at full speed. Well, at least they would be if our power grid wasn't dead. So we are now using more than our steam turbines can output. Yes, because these do use a fair bit of power, and the pumps use a fair bit of power as well. So we've added all these things to the grid, but we need to figure out more power. I was just having a quick nose at geothermal, thinking maybe we should give it a go, but no. It requires circuit boards, and we are not making any circuit boards, so we would need to get the polymer going to do the things, do bits pieces. So yeah, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So instead, I'm thinking we just extend this out here with these guys. I did want to unlock ignium fuel rods, which is what I should have added to the queue. I don't know if you can in queue stuff and then move things around. No. Okay. So we want to do ignium fuel rods once we get tier 4 science packs going, which I don't think has changed. Wrong button. No, tier 4 is fine. There was a change to tier 5 conveyor belts, or 4 conveyor belts, which threw me off completely during the live streams. They now need rubber, and I wasn't prepared for that, so we're going to have to address that there. But we're lucky because this playthrough, we're not at rubber yet. We're not at that stage yet, which is fine. So let's instead extend the boilers out. Let's extend them out here. We will look at geothermal, but I'm not in a situation to do geothermal yet. So, oh, that's rainforest dirt. Don't do that. We want fluorine. I just don't have circuit boards, so I cannot literally do that. So yeah, this is unmodded. This is to my knowledge it's unmodded, unless the mod has left the settings in to make it super fast. But I'm actually thinking it might have done. I uninstalled the mod, but it might have left the default settings in for making it faster. But the mod didn't affect chopping trees down. This is definitely quicker here, so we'll see. I might reinstall it, set it to default, and then uninstall it again and see how that goes. So let's get a couple more turbines and boilers and things. How much do we need? The grid status is it's not terrible, so if we increase our boilers, double our boilers, that should be fine. One pipe can deal with 10 boilers. Well, no, technically one pipe can deal with 13 boilers, I think it is, because they want 20 a go. 20 a second. I don't know why this is seconds, not minute. It's strange. Yeah, it wants 20 a second, but the pump can only deal with 30,000. Okay, it's going to deal with 30,000. So, yeah, it means one pump can deal with 15 boilers. Right, 15 boilers, one pump can deal with. So you put 15 in a row, but there you go. Or is it 15? 25. 25 boilers. Hold on. 30,000 divided by... wait. 30,000 per minute. Okay. They want 20 per second. Okay, so 20 times 60 means they want 1,200 per minute. I do not know why Steam is the only thing in the whole game that is per second, and it really does throw you off if you're not paying attention to the things, but it is there. You'll see the output has dropped down to 60 as well, and the boilers now only want 60. They did that because geothermal, because again it works on per second, would fill a pipe if you put the geothermal down. So apparently they balanced it for that reason there, so that's fine. Even though this is wrong because it should be 1,700 times larger, but I digress. So 30,000 divided by 1,200 means 25. We can run 25 boilers off a single pump. If the pipe was full, it's 32 boilers, I think. So yeah, okay. Boilers, steam turbines. I don't have the resources for those. Let me get some resources to do some more of those. Where are we here? So boilers, steam turbines, and I should put that in, and then our power grid will be successful, and then we can come back next episode and we can start making polymer and liquid fuel and other bits and pieces, which will be beautiful. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed this one, and I do hope to see you again in the next one. And until then, as always, have fun.
The Olumite is in our hands. Now we can venture into chemical processing. This is where the fun really starts. We should begin processing it.